So we're going to once again start with the guy in the saddle, the guy with the hot seat at the moment, which it's a bit difficult to say at the moment, but it looks like it's going to be Handré Pollard. To me, it's still the complete package coming to the Bulls next year, playing his rugby in South Africa. A welcome sight to see some of the overseas Boks returning to South Africa. But let's start with him, and let's start with the game driver. Show us what you've got.
Yes, Emir. So with Andre's clips, it'll cover the game driver. There's a lot of defense stuff in there that he does particularly well, and then obviously the territory management with the BMT. Now the first clip we've got is the territory management one that I'm talking about. High ball, great positioning, great contest, and we get the ball back. Now if we go back and look at where this is happening, some teams get into the habit of overplaying in this area and then turning ball over or conceding penalties, then defending mauls from this. And again, that kick, pinpoint, great contest, pressure back onto England. Next one, quick explanation of how we get our 10 back in the backfield. So 14 is defending in the front line. Overthrow, there's 14 and there's 10. Now, none of them make the tackle. Because of the space outside Sia, Colby decides he wants to fold, or he should fold to close that space. On this phase, both of them don't get involved, and now this is where the magic happens. This is where 10 starts working his way back into the backfield, with 14 then staying in front line. And why this is important is because you want that 10 to get into backfield to cover the short kicks, etc., etc. And there Handré is on his way back. And with this, that's why it's important for your 10 to be such a good defender and front up like Handré does here. So gets off the line. He doesn't really get into a good position, but look at the tackle fight. And like I said, he's nearly 100 kilograms, which helps his cause when he gets into these situations. He's fighting two English players on this one. Damien's been taken out, and yet he still gets the tackle fight and slows the ball down. High ball contest, he's got a great technique. As you can see, he jumps early, wins the space, and then he turns his back. So if that ball drops or is fumbled out of his hands, it means that it's dropping backwards. But this is what I was talking about. After the catch, he's looking to get rid of the ball, puts Williams into space, and we get to run out of the 22. And then the last one is the BMT of Handré, 50 meters on the angle, and he slots that. And the thing with Handré is, it's not the first time he's done that. He's done that in a couple of big tournaments and big games for us.
All right. So, and the scoring then?
So on the game driver, he's a 37 out of 40. On the attack, as our chess master, he's a 25 out of 30. Defensively, he's a 19 out of 20. And then for BMT, he's proven himself over and over. He's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay. That is the gold standard. Attack is the one he probably does the worst, and that's 25 out of 30. Why did you give him a slightly lower mark on attack?
For me, it's more his speed of play control. Handré tends to go to the line when he sees something for himself. Then he'll go flat. Now, what I'd love to see is him being able to go to the line with that 100 kgs of his and turn the ball back in behind a player, or be able to get rid of the ball in the lion's mouth, getting 3 defenders to bite on him and then let the ball go. It just feels like he'll go to the line more often when he sees something that's there for him. And if it's not, he'll just stay within the shape. He'll play out the back, get rid of the ball, maybe not turn that corner as much, play the shape and wait for something else. So I think he can create a lot more with his attacking ability.
My friend Johan Jordan mentioned that he watched a podcast with Andre where he was saying that at Leicester he's learned to be a much more attacking fly-off. Can you see that?
I think his attack has definitely improved. It could be the way he sees himself and the ability that he has, and accepted the fact how effective he can actually be as an attacker. So I would definitely say that has given him another level of in the attack. The other reason for the number is that I think Libok and Sasha is probably more attacking threats individually than Handré.
Mm. Just explain to me briefly the thing about the fly-off being flat or deep. What does that mean? What's the difference?
When you get teams under pressure, when you get defenses under pressure, you want to play flat on top of them, which means they can't be winning numbers and pushing off to try and win numbers on the edge. Those players in front of you have got to commit to you, and when the ball goes past them, they're going to run out of numbers. You make them chase. You play on top of them in terms of speed, using your momentum, and they just never get set. The defense never gets set. Whereas if you've got them under pressure and you play too deep, they tend to just push off. They don't commit. They stay on the line and they keep winning numbers. And once you've played your play, or you've run your course or your moves, then you get to the line, everything's done, and they can just pounce on it and close it up for you. So you want to keep them under pressure, and by playing flat, that's one of the ways you do it. But it's when you play flat. Playing flat on just slow ball is it's probably so counterintuitive that you're gonna isolate yourself if you get caught so close to the line on a slow ball.
But certain players play flat or deep instinctively. It's part of their playing, the way they play. And how does that work?
It's a feeling you get with what you see from the previous ball carry. You'll see someone dominating that ball carry. You should know their fold is going to be slow. If the ball's quick enough, you can play flat. And that's the other thing. Sometimes you don't need go forward or momentum. You just need quick ball, because the players waiting for the fold then has to defend you. Instead of them opening up the space, the ball's slow, they get three guys folding in there and they get to defend the channels outside you. So that's probably the best way to explain it, Envia, is when you get defenses under trouble, in trouble, guys are waiting for the fold to come. If they're in trouble, that fold's going to be late. And if you play flat, the guys that are supposed to defend the outside channels are going to have to defend you, which means they're going to run out of numbers.
Right. So Andre set the standard at a 91, which I think is a pretty good score. It's funny that our 91 is a very common number as we, move through these positions. That seems to be sort of where the top players are at.